Hi everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to be working with application problems. Before we get there, I do want to review quickly how to do problems where we have to figure out the operations based on words. So in number 1 here, does everybody see how it says 5 times a number? Remember that times means multiplication, and we can pick any variable. I'm going to pick a W for Wenderski, and I have 5 times it. And then it says plus, so that's a plus sign. 7 is the same as, so equals, and then 42. So now when it says A, write an equation to represent the situation, you simply write 5W plus 7 equals 42. How you solve that is following all those same steps that we've been doing over and over and over. Notice that letter B says find X. Well, we used a W, and that's the same idea as figuring out what X is. The first step is we always add or subtract. So we're going to minus 7 to both sides. We end up with 5W equals 35. And then what's our final step? You guessed it. Divide both sides by 5. And W is equal to 7. So it might be helpful if you're struggling with the stuff is to write your variables and numbers up top with your operations so you know what kind of number sentence you're going to be writing. Looking at number 2, it says for more than. So first of all, more than is adding, and more than is extra special because it's a turnaround word. So for more than, and then a number multiplied by 2. So I don't know, a number multiplied 2, why don't we go ahead and do X times 2 is equivalent, so equal to a negative 10. Make sure you're watching those signs. So 4 times or 4 more than a number multiplied by 2, well, it's a turnaround word, so we would write that 2x first, and then plus 4, and that whole thing is equal to negative 10. You can go ahead and hit pause right now so you can go ahead and solve that problem. Welcome back. Did you get negative 7? Great job. Now go ahead and try 3 and 4. Hit pause so that way you have time to work on both 3 and 4, then come back and check your answers. Welcome again. Did you get 15 over 8 for X? Awesome. Remember, don't change it into a decimal, just leave it as an improper fraction. And then finally, your answer for number 4 was 13. You had to first solve the equation that I'm circling in green. Once you get that number, you go back and put it in X's place in the second part of the equation to get your final answer. So why are we doing all this? Because today we are going to start with our applications. These problems are great once you get the hang of them. So number 1 is saying a local gym charges $75 for a 1-month membership. Specialty classes cost $23.50 each. Notice $23.50 each. Remember, whenever you see the word each, that means multiply. Each means multiply. Erin's total membership or bill for that month was $263. So we want to know how many specialty classes did she attend. So looking at that, if you look at the question, it's asking for how many specialty classes. That question is typically going to be one of your variables. So letter A, what is X? It's the number of specialty classes. Letter B is asking us to write an equation to represent the situation. So it says a local gym charges $75. So the first thing you get charged in that month is $75. You also get charged $23.50 for each specialty class. So also is saying that we're going to add 23.50 per class That's where my x goes. And that is equal to $263. From there, what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to solve our equation. So I'm going to look for the part that does not have a variable, which is the 75. So I'm going to minus 75 to both sides. When I do that, I have 23.50x is equal to, this is where having a calculator can make your life a little bit easier. But if you go ahead and subtract that out, you find out that it's equal to 188. Final step, divide both sides by that 2350. And it turns out that Aaron went to 8 specialty classes. Did you label your question like I labeled mine? Remember, we always label our answers. I guess I went ahead and solved it under letter B. So this x equals 8 classes is actually your answer for letter C. Okay, our next problem on the backhand side is talking about Superburger. Superburger has a new burger special. You can buy a burger and fries for $2.50, but there's a catch. They're going to charge you 50 cents per topping. Notice I circled per because per tells us who gets the X. If Mike bought a burger and spent $5.50, how many toppings did he get on his burger? So if we look for our question, how many toppings? That tells us that the number of toppings is what I'm looking for. So number of toppings is my X. After that, we need to write an equation. So Superburger is charging $2.50 just to get the burger and fries. Additionally, so we're going to add, they are also going to charge 50 cents per topping. Watch your decimal, 0.50 per topping, so 0.50x. And how much total did he spend? $5.50. Now that you have your equation set up, you go through and follow your steps to solve. I'm just going to take a moment to rewrite it down below. All of our equation solving steps remain the same. The first thing we're going to do is add or subtract. In this case, we're going to minus, you guessed it, that $2.50 over. So what's left on the left-hand side? Great job, 0.50x. And when you subtract 550 minus 250, you're left with 3. Final step, divide both sides by 0.50. And we learn that Mike ended up having 6 extra toppings on his burger. That had to be a big burger. How is it feeling so far? Let's go ahead and take a peek at number 3. It's Glenna. She wants to rent a car on a trip from Key West for 1 week. She found out that Mr. Cotter's Rentals rents a Cadillac Escalade for $99 for the week plus 11 cents per mile over 100 miles. If she spent $135.52, we want to know how many extra miles she drove. Now, there's none of those A, B, and C telling us what to do. So you need to know now, the first thing you're always going to look for is what is the question? It says how many extra miles, which means X is equal to the number of miles. Now we set up our equation. So let's see here, in 1 month, or for the 1 week, she gets charged $99 flat fee. And so we do a plus 11 cents per. Notice in the problem it says per, so that's where my X goes. So 11 cents per mile. And how much total did she spend? $135.52. Now all we have left to do are the same steps that we keep doing over and over. $99 we need to move over. So we start by subtracting 99 to both sides. So we have 0.11x is equal to, if you subtract out $135.52 minus 99, $36.52. Final step, you guessed it again, divide by 0.11. Really carefully watch your decimals here, because one wrong decimal in the calculator can make your answer off by a whole decimal place or more. When you divide that out, you get 332. Again, make sure you are saying miles with it. You have to make sure you label your answers. One more. We're going to talk about the basic membership for Netflix. It says the basic membership for Netflix is $9. The cost of ordering a movie is $1.99 for each movie. Are the alarms going off yet? You are right. Each is where my X goes. So it says that the total bill for the month was $18.95. How many movies were rented? What's my question? How many movies? So that means X is equal to the number of movies. Going back to our problem, it says that you're charged $9 and a certain amount per movie. It's $1.99 per movie. Each movie, that tells us where the X goes. Total bill for the month, so equals 18.95. Going through our steps again, what is my next step going to be to solving this? Think about it. You're on fire right now. -9 to both sides, -9. So we have 1.99x is equal to, if you subtract 9, you guys are ahead of me. You get $9.95. Final step, divide both by $1.99, and we find out that the number of movies rented was 5. So 5 movies. Did you label your answer? Awesome. If you were absent today, don't forget the homework was all on the front of the classwork, so all on front, and odds on the back. Amazing job today. Keep up the good work. See you soon.